Hey, what's up, everyone? Glad to see you guys. It's been a minute. I know. Sorry I came on so late. Just got finished up with a patient, and it's just here, and it's New York. It is 84 degrees out, so you know I'm loving this, as well as I wish I was on a beach right now, and I can't wait until I go home soon on vacation. Yes, I'm from St. Croix, United States Virgin Islands. Can't wait to hit Sugar Beach and just put my feet up and just relax, but can't do that anytime soon because one of my bigger announcements is I just opened up another clinic in Brooklyn, New York. So there's tons of you guys. Okay, I'm in Queens, but there's tons of you guys that have been questioning, uh, as far as like, you know, we get to your Queens office because it's always booked up. So the reality becomes I had to open up another one. Don't ask me how I'm going to get this done. I'm going to make it work out. I'm going to hire the right staff as well. But there are patients out there, especially my cancer patients, autoimmune patients, um, individuals with chronic illnesses such as diabetes, hypertension, COPD, and more. They usually want me working on them, especially my heart patients. This is why I do so many videos on TikTok discussing heart conditions, foods to avoid, and so forth and so on. Because I'm noticing an uptick. So my global colleagues, I'm noticing an uptick in individuals with heart issues. And what's happening here, what type of doc are you? First time on? Okay. I'm a New York State licensed, board certified doctor of acupuncture and Chinese medicine. All right. That's the type of doctor I am. Now, and that was to Felicia. Now, what happens here is I don't know how I'm going to work this all out. That was my first announcement. Now, my next announcement follows that I've received, I think, what was 137? I've received, I think it was a little over 137,000 messages over a span 1 year asking me what made me get into this type of medicine. And have you gone to China to study? Yes, I've spent an extensive amount of time in China studying this medicine, and that's also how I got good with dealing with cancer as well. But I spent an extensive amount of time in China, and I studied this to bring this back to America and not just serve communities of color because America, when it comes to acupuncture, is greatly underserved, period. So I decided, to study this hardcore. I love it. One of my closer friends who's a primary care physician, I was getting sick a lot for a period of time. I was getting sick a lot. And what happened was, at one point he said, go see my acupuncturist. And I'm talking about many, 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 many moons ago. And ever since then, I noticed I was sleeping better. I wasn't getting sick. And I mean, literally, a few years went by. And then it caught me one day that I didn't get as much as a stomach ache. You know, I was digesting food good, having great bowel movements, sleeping well. So I started sitting with the acupuncturist and talking to him about that profession. And my close friend, who's a primary physician, said, "You wanted to make a career change. This is, you love it, and you're looking to learn about it. Go study it. He'll pay for it. I can work for him for X amount of years." But I said, "Screw that. I'm gonna study it but I'm going to pay for it myself and I'm going to work for myself. And the type of mentorship, Anya, yes, Anya, I do. Just call my 800 number. Go to acupuncturesmylife.com. You can give us a call. We'll talk further about it. Or you can just email me at acupuncturesmylife@gmail.com. But long story short, love this medicine. But I'm overwhelmed because yes, not just my community, but America's vastly underserved when it comes to this type of medicine. And more insurances is picking it up. Hospitals are staffing acupuncturists, but there's still not enough. I get called a lot from my former school to come back to teach. Hospitals wanting to bring me in, but no. I don't mind having my own practice, but now just so many people complaining there's no slots available in Queens. I just open up an office in Brooklyn to better serve Brooklyn and Manhattan. Individuals from the Bronx, Connecticut, Jersey, to the Queens office. So I wanted to announce that. So any of you guys, because I know some of you guys live in Brooklyn, a lot of you guys, a lot, live in Brooklyn. So I'm opening up in Brooklyn, 481 Atlantic Avenue, for those that do want to know. That's my first announcement. All right. Now my next announcement is to answer that over 137,000 individuals over the past year as to what got me into this and so forth, is that, boom, I finally wrote a book discussing this. Now you can go to acupuncturesmylife.com, order your book that way, or you can even pre-order on Amazon if that's the route that you want to go. But the pre-order, they won't ship the book until June 1st. So it's best if you want to get the book right away, just go to acupuncturesmylife.com and go into the Acupuncture Entertainment tab, and you can order it and you'll have your book right away. But this answers everything. And it starts from day one. And I'm talking about day one, meaning even before I was born, with the ancestors. I'm heavily into that. And how I was guided into this profession. So like I said, you can just simply go to acupuncturesmylife.com, go to the Acupuncture Entertainment tab, order your book, or you can pre-order on Amazon if you want. That's totally up to you. It's also, the Acupuncture My Life Shopify as well. But I advise you to acupuncturesmylife.com and just simply order your book right away. But this answers everything as to how I got into studying acupuncture and more. All right, and more. But I always wanted to look into going live every Saturday. That's just not going to work. It's too. I have too much going on, and I even have 2 cancer patients in my waiting room waiting for me, and one with multiple sclerosis I have to jump into, and it's a nice day, and every now and then when I peek out the window, everyone's outside in their shorts and t-shirts. 84 in New York City is huge. That's like a big thing. So hopefully, if you're in New York City or somewhere where it's hot, you're watching this on your phone, and you're outside enjoying your day. But I want to say, before I get off of here, is that because I'm seeing such an uptick in individuals with heart issues, and I'm going to be doing a lot of cardiac care, acupuncture in Brooklyn, because my partner out there is a cardiologist. So we're teaming up to really focus on heart issues, especially, in communities of color, because there's a lot of individuals that don't have access to cardiologists or an acupuncturist who specializes in cardiac care. We're there. It's open to everyone. There's no, excluding anyone, because although this is a global issue that over the past few years have been going up and up and up, I'm going to try my best to offer my services. In some cases, in combination with my close friend who's a cardiologist, and in some cases, standalone. Because there are individuals on a certain regimen where there's certain types of herbs that work well together with pharmaceutical drugs. And if you're taking medication, but you're noticing your numbers have improved, but not the way you want, sometimes, I may recommend herbs or an herbal form. Sometimes it takes an Eastern nutrition consultation session for things to happen. So there's just a lot going on. And I've been trying to, and I've gotten this question a lot. Why don't you bring in more acupuncturists? That's hard to find because there's many individuals that are not good at the style that I implement because I like to treat all diseases starting with the core. So I've mastered abdominal acupuncture. And a lot begins with the core because if your middle jowl cannot properly nourish any of the other internal organs that require extra nourishment to heal itself and to rebalance yin and yang, because yin and yang is part of every organ, it's part of the entire human organism, so nothing can get out of balance, there'll be problems. So it requires certain foods to restore this balance. So when I do Eastern nutrition consultation sessions, I always incorporate abdominal acupuncture, which is super important because the body is an awesome machine, if I must say that. It's an awesome machine, and it's designed to heal itself. Think about it. And I said it in the Acupuncture My Life podcast this week. When your phone breaks, does it fix itself? When your tablet or your laptop or your desktop breaks, does it fix itself? When your car breaks down, does it fix itself? Your television breaks, does it fix itself? When your roof leaks, does it fix itself? No. But guess what can repair itself? The human organism. You're properly nourished, your diet is good. We're talking about homeostasis here, when yin and yang are in balance. That's why it's always important to make acupuncture a part of your life. And I say this over and over, not just in the US, but globally. Because I have a global audience that listens to the Acupuncture My Life podcast, which is on every podcasting platform. And I have a lot of individuals listening to the Acupuncture My Life Volume 1 album, streaming on every music platform out there. It's Volume 1, Acupuncture My Life. Listen to it. It'll teach you so much about acupuncture because there are individuals in other states and other countries that'll do virtual consultation sessions with you. And if you want to do one as well, just go to acupuncturesmylife.com and schedule one. But they're scared, they don't know much about acupuncture, they want to become educated sooner rather than later, and I recommend they listen to the album. And I get plenty of thanks about that, so that's there for you. I try and put as much material out there to help you guys understand what acupuncture is about. But this book takes a whole different turn. It's more so explaining how I got into this, but then the last 3 chapters are going to shock. I'm going to leave that a big secret. The last 3 chapters of this book will remain a secret that you'll love. And this is going to be a 6-series book. So this is just volume 1. It's going to go all the way up to volume 6, and then we'll see if it goes beyond. It might, because this coming fall, begin shooting episodes for the Acupuncture My Life Eastern Nutrition cooking channel. So there's a lot happening with that. I have to go through legalities with my attorneys, and there's just so much going on. All right? But guys, I have patients waiting for me. I just want to come and share this surprise with you. Get the book. Go to acupuncturesmylife.com. Click on the Acupuncture Entertainment tab and get your copy. Other than that, be well. I'll continue posting during the week. And I did a TikTok on foods that can raise your blood pressure. Check that out. All right, guys? Other than that, be well, and I'll see you soon.